Coach Johnson.
I guess how are things going? Was it a better day today?
I think there were some things that were better. The defense was probably a little better. I'm not sure the offense was much better.
Just the continual back and forth of spring ball.
It goes back and forth.
Or fall.
About half of it's who wants to be out there.
Got over 2 weeks to the opener. Where do you kind of stand with your return positions?
We'll have one.
You'll have one, but is that, and also with the kickers, a situation where you might take that into the first game and just still
right
try
now,
those
I have
positions
no
out?
idea who the kicker's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Do what? It's been a little less than stellar in camp, just to be honest. So we'll work it out. We still got a couple of weeks, and we're charting every kick, and we'll figure out who gives us the best chance.
Is it an accuracy issue or getting kicks off or?
It's not getting them off.
Is there a possibility?
Although sometimes it was yesterday, the holders dropped too.
Is there a possibility that one could kick off and the other could do the?
Yeah, there's a possibility.
Are all three still competing?
Yep.
Are you doing much with sky kicks with the new rule? Touchback?
You really expect me to answer that? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Who knows? Maybe.
You used Brad on punt returns last year, and he had some sure hands, but
He's been the punt returner for a couple of years.
Yeah. And you're comfortable going there again.
He's
like
still back
last
there.
year.
I'm comfortable with Brad catching the ball and doing what he's supposed to do. We got to give him some help. We also got some young guys back there returning, and we're starting to go more live for them, and we'll see what they can do. You got to try to evaluate, and it might be situational.
Some of those young guys coming off red shirts, are they possibilities for kick coverage, try to improve that phase of the game?
Yeah, I mean, part of it is you got to cover better and we got to kick better. I mean, that's
Go hand in hand.
yeah.
It seemed like last year a lot of times kicks weren't going where they're supposed to go or into the right zones. And
Well, it's some
doesn't
all
help.
of it. We got to do a better job in covering them too.
With punt return and kick return, I mean, it sounds like it's both.
You're good when your returners are
Right.
good.
Yeah.
40 years of experience, bottom line. Now you got to give them some help, but sometimes you can be return right and that guy's really good and he goes left and takes it 95 yards. It's it's some all of it.
Are you hopeful in what you're seeing?
Do what?
Are you hopeful in what you're seeing with some of those guys that they are the sort of?
Yeah, I think we got a chance with some of them. I mean, it's not like you can wave a wand. I mean, we've had some good punt returners. Gerard Tarrant was a good returner, running the same returns. Nothing's changed. You just got to execute them better.
what do you look for when you look at a return guy? I mean, you've had different
Number
ones.
one, they got to be able to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Because the very first thing you want to do with a punt return is possess the ball. You want to get it. And then the way punt returns are, if you can make one guy miss because the field spread, it's usually pretty good. Or if you can get a wall or good blocking. If you're not returning them very well, then you need to pressure and try to block them.
Brett Stewart, career-wise, doesn't have a large number of catches. Is this year where maybe he starts to build up that stat?
Who knows? I'm not too worried about it. We'll do what we do and play. I'm not going to target Brad Stewart. I mean, Brad's been a good player for us. Yeah, well, he's out there playing. So if it comes his way, hopefully he'll catch it. He's experienced, and we'll see how it goes.
Someone asked this question, I didn't have an answer for it. So, how do you decide which side the A-backs line up on? Because I've seen guys lined up multiple ways and stuff.
It doesn't matter. They can play both sides. They're dual. Same thing. Sometimes you just line them up by what they can do well. If some guys are a little better blockers, then they get tasked with blocking more than the other guy. Some guys are better on the toss play than they're over there on the toss. Some guys are better receivers than they're on the, so we just try to utilize them for what they can do well. And truthfully, the starters, for the most part, they don't flip. They just kind of one's right and one's left, and they just play and they rotate. And if one comes in, it's like, hey, you might have been a starting right A-back, and the next two series you're out, and then you go in at left A-back. It's the same thing.
Is Clinton your best blocking A-back right now?
I don't know. I don't know that I would say that right Clint's experienced, and he's done a good job in the pass blocking. You know, Quaza certainly can block, and there's no reason Nathan can't block.
Right.
I mean, there's a bunch of those guys.
As you kind of figure out the pecking order at wide receiver, and you're also looking for improvement from
Yeah, the
long
pecking
pass.
order is Brad Stewart and Jalen Camp.
How much, as you're looking for improvement there, though, how much is it as much the rapport that Taquan finds with those guys, or?
I think it's just them, you know, knowing the offense and knowing what to do, and being physical, catching the ball, and being consistent. Malachi Carter's going to play out there this year. He's going to play. He might be the third receiver right now.
Has
Probably is.
has Dolphus had a chance to get back to practice?
He's back practicing now, but he got hurt, and it hurt him a little bit. And Adonicus got hurt, and it hurt him. So.
Couple more for Coach?
So you knew about Lucas, you can,
Yes, they did the MRI, and he's going to he's going in tomorrow. They're going to look, then he may have surgery. We'll see.
and if you had surgery, that'd be it for the year, or?
Yeah, most guys I know wouldn't come back from that anytime soon and play this year.
I imagine it's pretty disappointing. He's had bad luck with injuries, and
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's non-contact again. I mean, that's the second time in 3 years we've lost a quarterback with non-contact injuries. Just playing.
Graham goes back to permanent quarterback.
He hadn't practiced. He's been out since Saturday.
2 third quarterbacks, the walk-on kid that's in camp.
In practice, yeah.
Is Graham someone you're hoping to get back,
He'll be back at quarterback, yeah.
but back soon, practicing?
As soon as they turn him loose.
Anything else?
How, the depth at guard, what was that looking like?
At offensive guard,
Right,
it's
yeah.
not good. So what would happen probably if a guard goes down is, right now, Will Bryan would probably move back to guard and play with the tackles. One of them.
You still looking for Charlie or one of those guys to step up?
Step up. They need to play better. Absolutely.
All right.
Got an opportunity.